Hey, we're okay. We're here. This is a live recording. Is any recording not alive? You can say. Oh my word. Okay, well, let's bring in the guys. Say hello, everybody. Okay, there you go. Right, okay. Got me, you got Trevor. Say hello, Trevor.
Hello, I'm totally confused.
Okay, you can't be confused. All right, and we have Statsman. Hello, Mark.
Hello. Hey, this is better, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get rid of the music, now because we want to get on with some talking. And okay, here we go. Right now, we were going to talk about a few things, and it's Labour bashing time. Okay,
Isn't it always?
Labour bashing time. Trevor, what do you want to say about Labour at the moment? Because right now, I am sick and tired of hearing about Starmer trying to place himself right in the middle of everything that's going on with Ukraine.
Starmer is after that blonde lady's position. That's what he's after. I don't
He's
know
no good of his own.
but he's definitely after that blonde lady's position.
You want about von der Leyen?
Von der Leyen.
That's him. That's him.
Oh,
That's him.
send him. He can have it. That's him. Yeah.
Oh, he's having it. I'll tell you, he's definitely after her position.
All right,
Perfect.
that's okay. That's all right. I mean, I'd be quite happy to see him go and let them have him.
Oh, that'll tip the EU over the edge, won't it?
Have you noted that like sort of all the lefties are going, oh, he's like a real Churchill. He's like a real. And well, what else can I say? And
Oh yes. Yeah, he's the dog. Oh yes, working people. He's the Churchill dog. That's about as
Yeah,
close
that's,
as
that's
it
about the only Churchill he is. I totally agree with that, Mark. It's a dog.
So
Oh, hang
gets.
on.
Nodding dog.
Hang on. You can't say that anymore, can you?
why?
Yeah.
Can't say it. I've just called him a dog. Somebody's got to be knocking on my door in the next 10 minutes. You can't
well.
call me. I'm a dog.
There they are
It's
now.
all right, I'll take the heat off you, didn't I? Say he was gay last week. If you're knocking on my door, you're all right now.
You need one of these, Trevor.
What was that?
That sounded like you had a bit of wind.
That's a bit of wind from Mark.
These tests are getting worse, aren't they?
Well, not only that, but he's sanctioned another 5.6 billion to Ukraine. Whatever happened to this 22 billion pound hole?
What's that? 5.6 billion. That's what? 4 times the heating allowance for a pensioner.
Yeah.
But we've got no money.
We've got no money. Got no money.
God.
We haven't
Didn't
got any money.
Zelensky couldn't account for half the money he's been given before? So, oh dear.
Yeah, but he's not
Another
looked at his
house.
own bank accounts, has he?
Yeah, but what the hell is going to happen? I mean, I can't work all of it out because he's saying that we've got no money and that everybody's got to live very thriftily in this country. I mean, the amount of tweets that I've seen, or I should call them posts now on X, not tweets, because it's not Twitter anymore, is it? It's X. The amount of posts I've seen on X saying how unhappy they are to be living in the United Kingdom. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, people are just really, really unhappy. One guy, he went to the supermarket and he said, I bought 47 items. He said, from Asda. He said, nothing, really special. He said, but I walked out and I was parted with £147. He said, and he's thinking, how can anybody be living properly in the United Kingdom like that? With those costs? And with Miliband at not zero. Like the new saying. What are we going to do? How much are your bills, Trevor?
There is some figures. This is a half story. I don't like doing this, but you've just sparked something there. I've seen a comment somewhere that between 24 and 35-year-olds, nearly 70% are considering leaving the country within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
That is tragic.
Oh, and if America offer asylum for the hard-pressed Brits. That's it. The United Kingdom is finished because everybody's going to be going, me please, me please, me please.
Oh, if you think about it, Labour are finished because that's half their voters gone.
Well, innit? Yeah.
I'll say I'll pay for them to go.
Yeah, get the money, get the money out. We'll start a GoFundMe, for getting rid of Labour voters. Get them over there. No, get them to Thailand. Get them somewhere else. Where they hate communism.
Well, there's a lot going on at the moment, isn't there? As we speak. There's a lot going on today. I can't keep track of it.
Oh yeah, you're quite right.
I've been working today, so I'm just catching sketchy headlines all over the place.
Got you.
Zelensky's on about going. I actually mentioned that on Thursday night on the last podcast. That Zelensky will just go off
Disappear.
with about 4 billion in his backside.
Yeah, nice pension he's got, isn't it?
But again, you daren't mention that because, there'll be a knock on the door, as we've said. But anyway.
Well, so all these things that are going on about Starmer, they're trying to put a really, big spin on it. And Lammy was coming out really heavy today saying, we've put out sanctions on Russia. We're going to make him feel pain.
One safe, are they? Sanctions on Russia. Like Trev said, then you're going to get a knock on the door of you. If you dare to even ask the councillors to resign, well, guess what? I think they're all awful and they should all resign.
Yeah.
Come and knock on my door.
Yeah. Because if you go knocking on Mark's door, you're going to get...
No answer. Is that an air horn? Yeah, I've got a couple of them.
Yeah. Or you can have a bicycle horn.
When you keep doing that, I must be missing something because I can't really...
Hey, the scammers who keep ringing me haven't been missing my air horn down the phone, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it just sounds like you're breaking wind.
All these different things that are coming out from this. I'll try that.
Well, that was like a bit of a... I don't know.
It sounded like a bit of wind, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't an air on.
Speaking of Starmer, did anyone see his speech? He knows the writings on the wall, doesn't he, with reform and the fact that they're dog water and no one likes them.
Well, it's certainly on his white paper because that's all he's doing lately. That's all he's doing, and every time I see him, he's like that.
Well, Starmer had a speech. Had his speech. Nigel was out in Cornwall, Mr. Farage. Or as, the people who dislike him, they call him Fartage.
Fartage. Oh, there you go.
Did you see
Nigel
the difference?
Fartage.
Did you see? Sir Flip-Flop only had a handful of people, didn't he? Farage had loads.
Yeah, loads. But he was complaining that Antifa were outside, all masked up, trying to intimidate all the people going into the meeting. And, he wasn't happy. He said the only people that didn't seem to know anything about it were the police in Cornwall. How about that?
Of course they did. Hang on. They were what?
That's what he said.
What were they doing? Intimidating them, did you say?
They were trying to intimidate the people.
Who the hell gets intimidated by those lefty drips, mate?
No
we laugh at them
idea.
for fun, mate.
But they're all masked up, and that's why he was trying to say,
well,
look,
have you seen the faces?
So
you put a mask on too, mate, if you look like them.
What's happened to this law that you're not supposed to wear any masks? What's happened to that?
We've swerved that for ugly people like Antifa. Give them 2 masks. And some soap. Give them some soap and a hose pipe. Yeah. Give them a good hosing down while they're there as well. We should bring back those water cannons just for them.
Water cannons, yeah. Give them a water.
Smell better,
what about those 2 policemen that went round to that 55-year-old woman's house to let her know that a complaint had been made about her?
I was trying to make that segue.
Sorry, go on.
Notice. That's all right, about 5 minutes ago.
You really want to make that segue?
Well, I think we having a go at me, didn't we?
Well, then I'll talk about it then without you. There you go.
Oh, like that, is it? Yeah. Well, they can still hear me. No, imagine being given that job and actually doing it. Imagine if your boss said, can you go knock on this little old woman's door? She asked the councillor to resign. Wouldn't
what do you mean old? She was only 55.
Oh, was she? Okay, yeah. I'll take it back then. So, a middle-aged woman. Anyway, don't want to upset the woman. Might get the police. If she might send the police round to mine. No, come on.
No, let's send them round to Trevor's.
Hey, there's just doing your job. And
then they're welcome to come round here. I'll set the dog on them.
There's just doing your job. There's just doing your job, and then there's just being an absolute moron, isn't there?
Yeah.
Come on. If your boss said, go round there, wouldn't you say, there's crime? There's crime.
Well,
Boss,
apparently-
no, doesn't matter. You go knock on 55-year-old woman's door.
I think the problem is when we said grandma.
Well, she probably is a
When
grandma.
the press keep saying they keep knocking on a grandmother's door, which would project her as sort of.
It doesn't matter whose door they're knocking on. They're badly out of order. And that
Over a
looks
complaint.
really, really embarrassing. Yeah.
Over a complaint. I mean, it's just
I've
madness.
complained about stuff. Paedophiles trying to, groom 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Apparently I got told that wasn't top of the chief of police's list. Maybe
this
they're
is the
busy
thing.
knocking on people's doors.
What you should do is when these police come to your door,
Shocking.
for any kind of hurty words or anything like that, about Labour politicians, this is what was trying to be instilled. Some form of fear and intimidation that you've done something wrong. And she asked the right questions. She turned around and she said, have I broken any laws? And they went, no. So,
Bye.
bye-bye. Okay.
Bye. And
Bye.
she didn't open the door to him, which was excellent.
No.
No, she put it all on the ring phone.
Yep.
Simple as that. And it held
That's
the
the way to
conversation
handle
there.
it.
You're
Say,
not coming over the threshold.
No, exactly.
An English
See them?
woman's house is her castle.
Those Ring doorbell cameras have been the police's number one go-to.
Yeah.
Not on this occasion.
No,
Not been so good for them, has
I'm
it?
just wondering. Everybody on X and on YouTube were making them famous. Those guys that came round to the door, they must be embarrassed, for doing that. How are they going to explain that away? It's wrong. It's wrong, really. But, there you go. And, okay, the biggie. Okay, let's have a look at him.
Okay.
You won't ever threaten me again.
The
MP, you won't ever threaten me again, will you?
The MP
He won't be threatening the MP because he won't be the MP.
The MP are run close, smacking someone in the
They won't be threatening me. He won't be punching me because he'll be in jail.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And you
Yes, I
won't
am.
threaten the
Yes, I
MP
am.
Ever again, will you?
How drunk was he there? He's leathered, isn't he?
He absolutely leathered.
He should have been saying, yes, I was. Yes, I was.
So, when you're looking at it like this and you're thinking, okay, all right.
Well, should we read his tweet anyway from a while back?
Go ahead.
Remember this, where he said, for the thugs and criminals, see what to expect below. Prison sentences. Put it simply, if you are engaged in violent protest, you will face the full force of the law. He retweeted the Home Office. The full force of the law to Peter Lynch, was 2.5 years and then ended up dead. The full force of the law for someone who actually hit someone is 10 weeks and he'll probably be out. Do you know what? He could be out this week if he gets an appeal.
Yeah.
But
No, I think the application for appeal was refused by the judge.
Yeah, I think they've done it again.
Yeah, no, he got 40% and the rest will be on license. 40% of his thingy, that's what's the 40% of 10 weeks? 2 weeks? Is it? 3 weeks.
4 weeks.
Mathematics wasn't.
That was the easiest sum.
Yeah, it's stats. Stats is strength, but it's not mine and it's not yours, Trevor.
Certainly not mine. I've not got me Diane Abacus with me. So
Either way, what's the point in sending someone to jail for 4 weeks? But I'm not being funny. Someone's got to look at these people setting these sentencing guidelines. The council of whatever it is.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong.
Something massively wrong when paedophiles and people who don't hit anyone. Well, paedophiles don't go to jail. You stand there with a sign at a protest, you go for 2.5 years. You post something on Facebook, you do in 2 years. But you can lamp someone in the street and then you can but not just once. He's on the deck and he carries on pummeling him. And if those women hadn't run over, what would he have done? Carried on for 5 minutes until the guy was out, gone. Yeah, he would, wouldn't he?
And he, to be fair to him, he didn't do anything where the women were concerned. So he's old school because some of those women, if you look on it, they were pushing him away. One of them pushed his head away, and he didn't do anything to them. It was just the bloke. Do
you know what's interesting? Is all his mates, all the top brass in the council and Labour, and you've got Angela Rayner, you've got Louise Gittins, the head of the council, and everyone. None of them have asked him to remove any of the pictures off Facebook where they're all nice, friendly, and all together. In fact, you've got some councillors coming out kind of still not defending his actions, but defending his character.
Yeah.
But the police crime commissioner, he must have asked him to remove his pictures because they've gone. And then you mentioned women. So while all this has been going on, I think Trevor actually mentioned this a while back. Mike Amesbury's wife's has just landed a 3-figure job an executive job on Cheshire
Three
West
figures,
Council.
Was that £109?
No, it's over 100,000, mate.
So she's on top whack wages like the chief executive.
Top whap. She's now an executive director of Children and Family Services. As Trevor said, that used to be a job in Warrington, which
she did that at Warrington.
Wasn't very good at.
A bit of controversy going on at Warrington over that, and then she's suddenly left and she's gone to a better position.
So I'm just wondering why Amanda isn't using Amesbury and using her maiden name. Is that so it doesn't ring alarm bells?
Well, I could go into that, but I'm going to have to keep quiet at the minute.
Well, it seems as though we're on the subject of Cheshire West.
It's a swamp.
Yeah,
it's a swamp. They should be distancing themselves from him, and they're not, are they? Quite the opposite. They think, well, if he loses his job, we'll give his wife one, and they're all right, aren't they?
Well, while we're on the subject of Cheshire West and Chester, do you want to have a listen to a couple of minutes at a meeting?
Yeah,
I cleaned up the audio.
Just some context. This was the budget meeting. Now, the Conservatives and some of the independents were going to vote against it because, obviously, I think mostly to do with this going to be about a 5% council tax rise, is there?
Yeah.
And they tried to put some amendments in for, I think, cleaning some stuff up and stuff to do with children. Yeah. Not interested, are they, Labour?
No.
It's all, do you know what? Considering they're meant to be socialists, then it's all about the money with these lot, isn't it? Always.
All about the money.
It is, though. They're literally willing to, destroy our country by just opening the borders and destroy our culture. What, for cheaper goods? Are you serious?
Okay,
just destroy
well, listen.
Your whole country so you can buy things cheaper. Wow, okay.
You're listening, okay?
Well done, socialist. Fake.
Of dreadful decisions. The reality is stark. It requires foresight and sound judgment, not hope and a crystal ball. And Carol from accounts is certainly not Mr. Meg. I cannot support a budget that imposes further burdens on our communities. Thank you. Point of order.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Right. My name is Carol Darn. I'm a councillor. And calling me Carol from accounts has got rings of the Rachel from accounts.
Yeah.
Really? Has it got?
Well, does she do accounts?
Sorry, you can't see your pictures, but
it is.
Is it?
Tell you what, she's genned up.
Here we go.
That your party is using as a disparaging, misogynistic attack.
Stretch.
I think you put the record straight now, don't you?
Okay, I hope so. I am not going to allow you to come out with these tropes that you think are clever. Don't try it again. Thank you.
Or what, Carol? Are you going to challenge her to a fight in the ring, Carol?
Have you got Mandy's reply?
Yeah.
Going to play that?
Point of order, Chairman.
Now listen who
According
says
to
this.
the Constitution, the member can be asked to withdraw the comment. May I suggest that she withdraws the comment? Thank you.
Is that anything?
Now you see who that was? She was the one that asked for it, right? Remember now.
Right. Can we ask that you withdraw the comment, please, Councillor Gibbon? Why? It's completely inappropriate address to Councillor.
Point of order, Chair.
I thought it was funny.
It's inappropriate to describe it as misogyny. Misogyny is not being able to say what a man is and that a woman can have a penis.
Brilliant.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
We're going to get some order to this. We've asked you to apologise.
And
they're in a mess, aren't they?
you're looking at that. Now I had to clean that audio up to make that clean. Okay. What I should have done is I should have put our pictures up, over all of it so you could see, your faces as you're watching it. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I mean, what the hell?
John, what? How is one woman belittling another woman misogyny? These people are incredible. There was misogyny and tropes. Bing, bing, got 2 on the bingo there anyway. These people are just unbelievable. They will just say anything, won't they, to shut you up?
And the leader of the council is is the one that everybody is rumouring to say to take over as mayor of Cheshire.
Oh, don't say anything about that, otherwise you're misogynist.
I already put on Twitter.
So what if I said I don't think she's the right person for the job? Is that me being misogynist, is it? Well, apparently, according to these, yeah?
I'd like to know what the real qualification of Councillor Garn is for being, the responsibility, having the responsibility for accounts.
Working in accounts.
I want to know. When these people, they're put into these positions. I think what we should do is we should send, like Elon Musk has done, we should send an email out to all the councillors and say, can you list what you did last week, please? Can you tell us what you did?
No, that's apparently someone was on Talk TV. You can't do that either. That's a big no-no. That goes against employment rights or something. It's like, what? Yeah, the guy was just unhappy Musk was on the scene. Look, how can Mandy's got a point? How can people who think women can have a penis have even got the right to stand there and call anyone a misogynist? How in what world are we living in here?
Don't.
Like, we're all the right way around. They're all upside down. Oh, their worldview's crumbling.
Oh, yeah.
Writing's on the wall for these people are insane.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And I don't know what else we can do. So we've had a go at Labour nationally. We've had a go at Labour regionally. And now we're having a go at Labour locally. Now, I'm saying if we've done anything wrong, we will give you Trevor's address.
Tell you what, if Labour were in space, they'd probably cock that up too, and we could have a go at them.
Look at his face. It was all Trevor's fault because he was the one that edited the programme this week.
You can't do send them all over there.
Trevor get 4 years. By then, Iron Mike's out. You'll do
as long as
they've
got internet in the prison, Trevor, so we can carry on doing the podcast with you.
Well, I don't doubt you'll get that because you get TVs and everything else, don't you? You get so excuse me, I've just got to every Monday I've got to do a podcast. Yeah, no problem, Trev. Yeah, we'll sort it out for you. We'll get you the fastest internet we can get.
It depends who you are, whether you get a telly. You can have a telly, but if you're Tommy Robinson, they'll take certain channels off so you can't watch them.
Yeah.
I actually emailed some human rights organisations about the treatment in Woodhill, and they've gone over their 72-hour reply limit anyway, so they'll be getting another email tomorrow.
And Tommy's fed up of Al Jazeera.
Where are the human rights? Where are the human rights as regards Tommy Robinson? Now you brought that up.
Well, this is what I'm asking them. I'm asking them exactly what is allowed in there and what isn't, and I've told them what's going on, and they haven't replied yet. So
where are these human rights lawyers?
Human rights.
The thing is, Trev, I never mentioned the prisoner's name. I just told them what was going on in the prison and is it acceptable under all these laws I've quoted to them. So I'm waiting for them to come back and tell me what is and what isn't acceptable.
Yeah.
But I never mentioned anyone's name, but they'll know exactly who I mean because everyone's doing the same thing.
Have you got an itch, Trevor? Should we all do that?
Actually. Yeah. I've got a little... I've had the dog.
That looked wrong.
All right, that's enough. We don't want to know about anything.
I've had the dogs and I've got this itch. But anyway, we'll leave it at that.
Well, it's better than keeping sheep.
I don't know. I've never kept a sheep.
What was her name? Bruh.
There was a few sheep on that video. Did you hear them all when she said misogyny and all you could it's like, really? You just bingo words and it triggers them all off, doesn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. They were all just, getting them to shut up. I mean, you're like bullies. You can say anything. I even put on X, if any of them want to have a go, I'm quite happy to take the councillors on. And I'll take them on individually. And then I'll also slap something on the council. Not afraid. If we want to talk about them, we'll talk about them. It's as simple as that. This is still a free country. All right. So somebody says, you can say anything you like, but it's not without consequence. I'm sorry. But if they can say anything they like, if Starmer, and I noted that he wasn't calling Farage far right, he was just calling him right wing. And I think he's beginning to understand now that he can't get away with that. And I think the Trump effect is coming in. Okay?
John, I think he's realised he's toast. He's just the dead rat in the floorboards. We've just got to put up with this utter smell for 4 years and then we can clear him out.
I think the Trump effect is in full swing. And I know that people are sitting there. I mean, I was a bit disappointed in Germany and the elections, but the AfD have come from nothing. And in 3 years, they've got to be the second biggest party in Germany.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall there too, John.
Yeah, they know it, okay? And the other guy, I mean, he flip-flopped straight away. He's got Starmer syndrome. I mean, he was talking about before the election and during the election about closing the borders, right? And then as soon as they won, and they've got to go into some sort of coalition with, one of the other parties. As soon as they won, he said, "No, we're not going to close the borders. We're just going to keep them open." You know, and the voters are going like this. What is it with these people? I have to say, I hate Trudeau. I hate him as much as most of the Canadians do. And I met a few of them who told me what they would do.
It's dead funny. These people have got such short memories because if you remember John Prescott, he used to be like, right, that's it. You know, you can't come here illegally, and if you commit a crime, you'll be deported and all this.
Yeah.
They've forgotten. They've got such short memories, these lot. Now
Okay.
you say it and you're literally Hitler.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Well,
scared.
they're accusing them. Farage is saying, and everybody else is. I'm hoping that J.D. Vance is absolutely going to ram it down Starmer's throat. And also, did you notice that when
He might like that. He might like that.
when Macron went visiting Trump, Trump didn't even come out of the door to greet him. So there was nothing. It didn't even give him the importance of that. Simply just like, basically, he came to the door and Macron looked a bit surprised. Right? And all he saw was a woman there greeting him, to bring him into the White House. And Trump wasn't there. I mean, there was no nicety about it. I'm just wondering what's going to happen with Starmer. I'll be waiting to see that because in all the press over here, when you look at the, say like the Daily Mirror, right, and Armand Maguire, okay, he's just like, Kevin Maguire, he's just fawning over the guy saying he's going to go over and he's going to demand things of Trump. Really? What do you think, Trev? Do you think he's going to demand?
Damn.
That says it all, just saying that.
Starmer, demand.
I can't wait. I can't wait because they're all going to find out. I'm hoping that somebody buys the Mirror. One of the big investors over there. They buy the Mirror and put Maguire out of a job because, that guy is just nuts. He's just so left-wing. It's unbelievable. It's all right being left-wing, but this guy is so far up Starmer's arse. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I know you see them there, at Parliament. And you see them at the House of Lords as well. And they're all sat there and all the press are all having the meetings with the different MPs. And this is where you get all the stories from and all the rest of it. And you can see them. And you can see them there. And they're just creeping all the time. It's just like, it's not the way to do politics. It's not the way to do it. And they know that they've got the media on their side at the moment. And the BBC are creeping around them like nobody's business. He's going to go out and he's going to do big things. Nah, Trump is just going to tell them how it is. It's as simple as that. But they'll spin it differently. But how can you spin it? How can Macron spin nobody coming to the door to greet him apart from, one of the aides? With no offense against the lady, but usually when you get the leader of a country turn up at the White House, you have the leader of that country go to meet them, shake hands and clickety-clickety-click photographs and all the rest of that stuff. Yeah. They've had it. And what do you think, Trev, what do you think about Europe, before I go to Mark? What do you think about Europe all of a sudden wanting to ramp up and keep the war in Ukraine going? They're going to give them more money, like Starmer's done.
I've got no comment, and I'm just thinking about Starmer, actually, when you're on about, because Starmer's going over there on Thursday, and the doors will probably be shut, so they'll be ringing the bell. Hello? And let's just see what happens. Because if Macron didn't get a greeting, and why has Macron got the pecking order? Why is he on Tuesday? And Starmer's right at the back of the queue.
Yeah, something not quite right.
I think he'll be ringing the bell on Thursday, Starmer, to see if anybody's there.
It could be the boxing ring bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Well, let's hope so. But as regards Europe, I haven't got a clue what's going on.
Neither
they're not
of
going
they.
to do it. They're going to keep. They're going to keep. Well, they're on about funding Ukraine and all that. Trump will stop it. It's finished.
Yeah.
It'll be over within months.
Yeah.
It will be over within months, and it's only Trump done that. Nobody else.
That's right. That's right. I mean, the guy wants to stop killings. Julie Hartley Brewer put out a tweet today showing young recruits for the Ukrainian army. I mean, these were just kids, and they're saying, well done, for, providing them with the means to carry on fighting for their country. You're going to send young kids to the front and there's a chance they're going to get killed. For why? For what reason?
Well, it's the same as any war, isn't it? I mean, just stop it.
Just stop it.
Let's get it stopped.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, final comments on that?
Do you know what? The situation's so complex, mate. Anything all these people are saying just doesn't make any sense. I mean, we've had how many podcasts have we talked about this? Yeah. And this is not simple, is it?
No.
And stopping it's not going to be easy either.
No.
But it can't carry on, can it? Let's face it.
No,
for another 3-4 years and they're still in the same place and everyone's dead.
Happen.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Well, nothing's being gained, is it? Nobody's gaining anything. You'll just end up with, it'll go back to Russia will retain Crimea, whatever it's called.
Crimea.
Crimea. Well, I don't
Crimea
really
River. Think of it like that. Crimea River.
Crimea River and
Donbass.
Donbass, is it? Well,
there's two options here, isn't there? They either carry on until A, the money runs out, or B, the people run out.
Well,
or Europe runs out of money.
Either have to happen. Neither either. It's got to be.
Well, Europe are apparently getting it all back, but America aren't. How can you not account for half the money? America have sent 350 billion quid to them. How can you just... I don't know where half of it's gone.
No good.
Are you kidding, mate?
No.
Like, really? No wonder Trump's fuming.
Right. Well, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to call it there. We're going to get off here and let's put some music to go out.
Have you got anything by Elvis, like Jailhouse Rock or anything like that?
No. What for Trevor? He's going to.
Is that Elvis or Ainsbury? Have you got to buy that Mike Ainsbury, that Jailhouse Rock?
Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Take it easy.
Thanks for tuning in.
Indeed.
Doesn't it look better? Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still confused.
And I'm still stats. See you next week.